Goldfish podcast. I'm Jerome.
I'm Taylor.
I'm Tater Tot.
Great way to start our podcast.
Yeah. So this week on the I'm a Goldfish podcast, we watched Harry Potter 1, Harry Potter 2, Harry Potter 3, Harry Potter 4, and that's it. We didn't watch the other ones. But we're gonna talk about Harry Potter 1 through 4, and then next week we'll talk about Harry Potter. We're gonna start watching the Transporter movies and we'll talk about those. No.
We watched it so much, Jerome got the accent.
Yeah. It's a plum in my throat. We'll talk about the last Harry Potters in next week, and then the week after that, or maybe sometime also next week, depending when we go see the movie. We will talk about Fantastic Beasts and where to find them. But first, before we get into the podcast,
Did you say and where to find them?
Isn't that the name of it?
Oh, is that what it's called? It
Yeah.
might be. I was like,
What do you think? It's just called Fantastic Beasts?
yeah, I did.
But before,
I was like, where?
like, where to find them? What?
I thought you were being a dork.
No, I'm never a dork, Taylor. Take that back.
Nice.
But before we get into Harry Potter, I want to talk about some comics and some TV shows. So first up, American Horror Story is finally over. And by finally, I mean sadly, because it was a really, really good season.
I think if it were any longer, though, we would have.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it ended... that's the thing with that show, though, is like they have the perfect number of episodes or shit like that.
With this season.
Well, wasn't the first one like that, too?
Yeah, the first one, too.
When those are the ones I've finished. I haven't finished the other ones because they're terrible.
Well, you finished Freak Show. What'd you think about that?
Oh,
Perfect number of episodes?
No, that could have...
Perfect length?
Let me see. How many episodes was in that season?
Let me see.
Okay, she's gonna look it up. Whatever the number is, it's too many.
Yeah. And then they had, like, weird number of, like
that.
Like, it would be, like, longer than an hour.
Like, it'd be, like, all of a sudden, it'd be, like, an hour long. Oh, this one's 2 hour long. Oh, this one's an hour and 15
was that
minutes.
how it was with Freak Show, too? Because I know that's how it was with the hotel one, and we were, like...
Isn't that what we're talking about, Freak Show, right now?
Hotel?
I thought you were just talking about Freak Show.
Yeah, I said, was it that how it was with Hotel?
I think so. I think Hotels. This one, it was, like, the same hour, like, season 6 was, like, the same hour length every episode, I believe.
I think it was.
But anyways, I really liked the American Horror.
Yeah, Freak Show was 13 episodes.
Oh, Freak Show was?
Yeah, and this one was 10. But I mean, it felt
Freak
a lot
Show
longer
sounded like it sounded. I only listened to Freak Show. That's probably why I didn't like it.
Sounded like it was.
Freak Show
weird.
felt like it was like 27 episodes long, but that could also be because there was like 2 hour long episodes too.
Yeah, like.
So technically, there was some like more.
That's
episodes.
what I think it was. Victoria was talking to me about it, and she's like, am I crazy? But I feel like I'm watching them, and then like some of them will just like not end. And I'm like, no, I fell asleep.
Which is not the sign of a good TV show at all.
Yeah, no.
But
this season was really good.
I really liked Roanoke because it was such a different type of show than anything I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was
because
really
it started out way different than any other season, it being like a documentary.
Yeah.
Like about the show, then like the fake actors, and then all of a sudden episode 6 comes around, and it's the fake actors with the real actors in the house, and then they all start getting murdered, and then they introduce more people, and then it turns into like a TV talk show like crime drama that our mom would like probably had a boner during the whole episode because it's American Horror Story mixed with her TV shows.
I mean,
the one thing though that actually two things I didn't really like. I didn't like the ending was okay, but like also how do you end a show like that in a good way?
Can you do?
But I didn't like how they just threw in, which I can't think of her name, the girl from season 1 and 3 and maybe 2.
No, just 2.
Just 2?
Yeah.
No, she's in 3 because we're watching Coven. She's in that.
She plays a different character.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about she was in this show.
She was also in the rest of the season too.
Not this season. Not Roanoke.
Yeah.
No.
Did you not know that?
I'm talking about the main chick. I can't think of her name. The girl that was with Tate.
Oh, I totally thought you were talking about... You're right. She was in all those other seasons. I thought you were talking about the Barbara Walters girl.
Oh. No, I didn't like that. Because, I mean, I like her. But they just kind of threw her in to kill her off. Spoilers, if you haven't seen American Horror Story Season 6, quit listening to this part.
That bothered me, too.
But they just threw her in for that.
He had, like, several of his, like, recycled actors that he's just like,
and
I just need someone to die this episode.
I really like this. This is probably my favorite season, but I wish Tate was in it more. Because he was in like I think he was in like 3 episodes total.
I think he could have been really funny too as a character.
Yeah,
continuing.
like one of them in the Roanoke thing. I really like too, like when they were showing them how to make it, they showed bloopers. Like he was doing the accent, and then he was walking through. Like they trip on something, and they had to reset the reenactment stuff. You remember that?
I don't. But
it was like right before they switched to them doing like season 2 of Roanoke. You know?
Oh really?
Yeah, it showed like behind the scenes of them making it.
Oh, that's funny. I don't remember that, but.
And I was real surprised too that like that. See, this really sucks. I should really look it up on IMDb right now.
What? I'm on
the girl who had a British accent the whole time.
Yeah.
She played 2 different people in this season.
Yeah. That's what I thought you were talking about. And I was like, she was in the rest of the season, kid. I don't know what you're talking about. Her name's Sarah Paulson.
Which is funny because like most of the other seasons of American Horror Story, I haven't liked her characters really.
Same.
But like I liked her in this, but I think because she was like so different.
Yeah, she was a person.
Yeah,
I feel like the other ones.
Oh my god, I fucking hated her. Oh my god, so much with that two-headed bitch.
Yeah, same. I didn't like either one of them. You had 2 chances.
Yeah,
I didn't like to make either of them.
That was oh my god, I hated that so much. So I hated her as that.
Mhm.
But and then she was briefly in the first season, which I find funny because she's like seems like almost one of the main people in like the rest of the series.
Mhm.
But like I don't know, I really enjoyed season 6. Like if you haven't seen it, I definitely recommend like out of all the seasons to watch that one.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, so far the ones that I finished I guess I finished Freak Show. Don't watch that one. But watch season 6, watch season 1, and so far I've only seen 1 episode of Coven. But Coven seems like it'd be a cool season too.
Seasons Coven.
All the seasons of Coven that they've done.
Coven is good. I also don't like her character in that season either.
Really?
But that was just upon like the first watching. Maybe I'll like it more the second.
How come so many people like season 2 so much? Do you know?
No, I mean it's not nearly as bad as some of the other ones.
You don't like it because I'm pretty sure I've heard this. Is there aliens in that season?
That's not why I don't like it or anything. Like it's a fine season. I just didn't think it was better than the first one. Like the first one was like amazing to me, and the second one was like, oh okay, cool, crazy things are happening, cool.
I did see that they said they're not going to be as secretive about season 7. Like I believe in April or something, they're going to put out a trailer for it, and it'll be a normal trailer, and like to put out like the synopsis for the episodes and stuff.
Oh.
Or they're just going to flat out say what the next season is.
That's probably good because people were getting pissed about these trailers.
Which, I mean, if you think about it, it was really risky not doing that, but I think it paid off. Like, we didn't know anything about it when it started.
Yeah.
And then it ended up being so cool.
It was real good.
I think it also helped us, too, that we, like, just saw Blair Witch when it started. And it's a lot like Blair Witch. Like, same kind. Like, even has, like, the little, like, twig
figurines.
People shit. But, yeah, so, anything else you want to say about American Horror Story?
I think the last episode was good, and I thought it was fine that it wasn't chaotic because the rest of the season was so
the entire
chaotic.
season was super fucking chaotic. Like
so I thought it was fine that the last
so many
episode
people died in that show. Like basically everybody in the series died.
Yeah, except
for the little girl. Basically, everybody died. Which the one thing that did annoy me, but it's a typical like movie or TV show thing, is that when the bitch we were just talking about, the 2-headed girl that's not in the season has 2 heads. But Ross, we're trying to goldfish in here. Anyways, when she crawls out of the little thing and the cops go help her, and then she sees the black girl, and she steals the cop's gun, runs over and goes to shoot her, then all the cops shoot her.
Yeah,
like I kind of wish they would have saved her, and that could have been like drama, like the 2 sides of the story, and they could have like kind of battled in the media.
Yeah, I wish she would have at least died like a different way or something then.
Yeah.
Because I was like, you were smart that whole time, and then that's how you're gonna die. Yeah. I was like, you actually made it that far.
There's gonna be a few things you don't like. That was only the few things I didn't like, but other than that,
I mean, the things that were bad weren't bad enough to ruin the show or anything.
Yeah, like I think that was like one of the best horror TV things I've seen.
Yeah, I think he may have learned from like his other shows you're a little more like goofy and loose, and then whatever you throw at us, we'll just take and be like, okay, well, this is just American Horror Story.
Yeah. So. Like I kind of told you, like it seemed like some of the stuff they were doing too is kind of like poking fun at themselves for previous seasons, like making fun of that genre of stuff, which is always good. If the show can make fun of itself, then it's hard for you to make fun of it.
Yeah, definitely.
Edit point. So we recorded the podcast and then we forgot to talk about Teen Wolf. So
Which is okay because we didn't even get up from the seat. Or
yeah.
I didn't.
Well, I stood up to pee and the mouse, he didn't. Oh, spoilers! There's gonna be a mouse talk ahead in the podcast.
Yeah.
He didn't get me. But we want to talk about Teen Wolf. It's confusing on IMDb. On Wikipedia, this keeps saying like season. Oh, it's That's why I was getting confused. I feel stupid now. It's
What?
the number of episode. I thought this was saying it's season 8, episode 1.
Oh.
But it's episode 81.
Wow. Okay.
This season seems like it's gonna be so fucking interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, like right off the bat, fucking Styles gets taken.
Oh my god! It already had me emotional, and I
Yeah,
was
like the second the episode ended, Taylor's like, this season's gonna make me cry.
Which, like, I could tell from the trailers because any scenes between Styles
and
anybody.
It almost had me my eyes watering when he ran up because he saw his dad and he ran up and his dad was like, "Hey, son," even though that's in the trailer.
Yes, I was like totally.
He's like, "Okay, let's help you out," and he's like, "What's your name?" And just the look on his face, you're like, "Oh my god, I can't imagine that."
I was about to tear up because I was like, crap. Which I didn't realize until the end of the episode when they showed it, even though I knew he was going to be forgotten, that when he wrote on the paper for his picture, and then Leah was like, "That's blank." I didn't realize that was part of him being forgotten.
When they showed that part, I was like, "Oh fuck, it's already starting for him."
Really?
But that's only because I knew the plot of the season and I knew he was gonna get taken.
I just thought he was kidding around or something.
I saw that and I was like, "Oh, I bet you all his shit's getting erased already."
Yeah.
Like that's the one main thing, and they keep saying this in trailers. Like, how do you remember someone that's been taken away or disappeared or whatever?
Been forgotten.
Like legit, how are they gonna remember him?
I don't
and
know.
the thing is too, once they find out who the person is, or once they find out who those people are and they see them, it's already too late.
Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna stop.
I mean, I got a feeling it'll partly have to do with Styles and Peter inside the place and like them helping them get out, which that'll be real interesting. Styles and Peter being like a team.
Yeah.
That I feel like that'll be real cool them together.
Yeah, definitely.
And fingers crossed that Derek shows up.
Yeah.
I 100% don't think that's gonna happen.
Same.
But oh my god, that'd be so awesome.
He did.
Like, come on, at least one episode would be like, "Oh, I was forgotten." Like in the finale, like he shows up or something.
Yeah, I mean,
because that would make sense why they never talked about him like after he disappeared. Because he went to go look for what's her face, and then everybody else they went with him showed up.
Okay, so it's kind of crazy. So Sheriff Stilinski, Chris Argent, and Melissa McCall have now been in more episodes than Derek. Because he's been gone that long, yeah. He's in 61 episodes. And
Derek is?
Yeah.
Wow, that's actually more than I thought.
They're in 66, and Sheriff Stilinski's in 82.
By episode 3, it's 83 episodes.
Oh, they probably don't. Sometimes IMDb doesn't have it.
Well, I was gonna say sometimes he's not in the episode.
Although
remember like last season, like the parents weren't in it as much.
It's probably too. Well, let me not yell in the mic.
It's probably because
for those characters, they don't know which episodes they're actually gonna be in since they're not in every single one.
That's true, but there was
so they have to wait to update because like Styles says he's in 101. Scott says 101, Lydia 101, but because
they know they're going to be in all of them.
Yeah, they're like, you're in it no matter what.
So I said this to Taylor. Do you think there's going to be a major, not major, but do you think someone's going to die by the end of this season, or do you think it's going to be all Pete's and oranges?
Well, I don't think it's going to be Pete's and oranges.
I meant to say peaches, but Pete's came out.
But I think it's going to be a really sad season, but I do not think anybody's going to die because they haven't had that their style.
Yeah, I thought that until you reminded me of that, and I was like,
yeah,
you're right, probably not.
Allison and one of the twins.
I mean,
the only
unless someone's
like
unless someone does something bad, then they'll kill them. Like, you know what I mean? Like someone wants to quit.
Yeah, which I mean, even if they kill you, you ain't dead.
Yeah.
Let's think about that for real. I mean, Peter's dead.
What's her face's aunt died, came back as like some fucking weird wolf.
Theo, who died last season.
He's back this season.
He's back. He literally got dragged down by his sister to what I'm assuming is hell.
They showed that in the previously on, even though he didn't come back that episode. So I bet they're just going to keep showing us that until he comes back.
I mean, it might even be next episode. I think he's supposed to be in most of the season.
That's possible.
Which I'm fine with, because I liked him.
I liked him, even though he was like an evil dick. I really did like him.
I thought it was a little funny that they show him shooting Malia.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was like, oh, he's gonna hurt her again.
Basically,
like,
yeah.
She fell for it again.
He's gonna still be a dickhead, basically.
Yeah.
It's weird. I never thought I'd be excited for Teen Wolf, but I am excited for like the whole. What sucks is like I'm excited for it, but it's the last season.
I know you waited. So I have begged you forever to watch Teen Wolf, and you waited until it was right before the last season.
I know. I should have watched it sooner, but it is really good. But like it
is good.
It definitely did help me watching it. That one of the guys from it became Superman.
Yeah, but I mean, you didn't really know that at the time.
I mean, I watched like the first 5 episodes, and then he became Superman. And then I was like, oh my god, I should watch more.
Well, they're actually really lucky that they got, for an MTV show, they got really good actors.
Yeah, they did get
like, and
they got screwed over a lot though, with like people just wanting to quit.
I know. Okay, like a lot.
Like that. Even though I hated that bitch, I forgot her name. Kira. I hated her so much.
Yeah.
But like it's one last season. Like you can't do the final season.
You can't do the she's not gonna have jobs.
She could have asked them like kill me up, make me disappear, but make me like die on a disappear or something by episode 3. But like at least show up. Don't just disappear.
I think what's happening is she's supposed to be with those people in the desert still.
Yeah.
Learning her powers. But I was like,
remember that episode we skipped?
Season.
Like we watched her fighting in the desert, and then we're like, wait, what the fuck happened to her fight? Because we accidentally skipped an episode when I was watching it. Like so much shit happened in that one episode we skipped.
Mm-hmm. And then like Allison quit too, and then with her boyfriend at the time quit.
Yeah, didn't she quit because she wanted to do bigger roles?
Yeah, which she has not.
That went
I'm
great
really
for her because she came back to the show.
Yeah, well, like if you look on her IMDb, she hasn't really done that much either. Mm-hmm. Like it's not even little parts. She hasn't done much.
Like anything really.
Yeah, which is kind of weird too, because she was a really good actress on the show too.
What I was gonna say earlier too is on Wikipedia. It says that Derek left to do bigger roles, like to be in movies and stuff like that, which makes sense.
I mean, that makes sense.
But it makes sense because he did a couple movies, but then he went back to TV. He went and did season Supergirl.
I feel like they almost like owe the show and their fans that in a way.
Yeah, especially because it's the final season.
Yeah, and like he was an important part of the show. People loved Derek, and he like even in the interviews and stuff, it totally seemed like he was like one of the boys with Tyler Posey and Dylan O'Brien.
Yeah, it totally does.
They lived together at one point. Even.
Yeah,
but I was like, how can you just?
I bet they respect it because like they're all actors, so they know he wants to do, but he doesn't want to be known just for Teen Wolf.
But then, okay, wait, let's play devil's advocate a little bit. Dylan O'Brien is the Maze Runner. He's working with Mark Wahlberg in a different movie, and he
still does it.
He still does the last season, the full last season. So like this. What's great about the show, too, is that the people writing it and making it are really loose about that, and they don't seem to get mad at the actors.
Yeah, what do you mean? A lot of TV shows, if you're in it that long and you're, like, loyal to them, they will move shit around for you. Like for instance, Malcolm Merlin on Arrow, they've told him that if they say Torchwood can come back to life, and they went from Torchwood, or they invite you for Doctor Who, we'll postpone production so you can go do that. Or we'll film everything else except for your scenes and wait for you, and we'll move on to other episodes while you do Doctor Who or whatever. Because they all love Doctor Who, and they know like what a big deal that is.
Yeah.
That they're like, yeah, we'll postpone shit because it's like we know you want to do that. So like if you're loyal to them, they will let that stuff happen.
Yeah, and I mean even Malia has been in movies.
Yeah.
And done the show. Like I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Tyler Posey, he did a whole Kevin Smith movie. Still does a show. He's the main guy on the show, and he went and filmed Yoga Hosers.
And I'm sure he's in other things too that we don't see.
Well, yeah, because like I forgot what I was gonna say. There's those things he was on. What's her face? His girlfriend Snapchat. Which I don't know if they're even still dating. Bella Thorne. They were doing some type of movie together too. Mm-hmm. So like it. I guess you're right. Like a lot of people on the show do other things, and they still do the show.
He's like a voice of a cartoon character on a show too.
Tyler Posey?
Yeah.
Yeah. For some reason I thought Tyler Posey was Derek for a second.
Yeah, like I don't really understand it because they do move things around and they make sure that you can come back. Like even if you're not doing good, they don't kill you because they want you to come back.
Yeah.
That's why they left up what is his name? Isaac's spot. They just kind of like had him leave, and then Jackson's and stuff like that. They leave it open so you can come back. It'd be real cool
if Colton Haynes showed up for the last season, like as like a surprise. Even if it's like I said, like for Derek's last episode or something, it'd be cool for him to come back for an episode. Because he's done that for Arrow. Even though he said he quit acting, he came back for an episode of Arrow, and like it was a real cool like thing he did. And he was also really cool in Scream Queen, so it shows he's into acting again.
Yeah, like, I don't know. Maybe they don't have as good of experiences as I'm thinking, and they're just, like, good actors in interviews, too, but...
I don't remember what exactly it was. It might have been, like, the couple-year reunion... No, not reunion. Couple-year anniversary or something of Teen Wolf. But remember, he posted that picture on his Instagram, and it was, like, him as an actor in Teen Wolf, but then him as the... what's that thing called?
The lizard.
The lizard, Canema. I was going to call it Chimera, but that's something else.
Yeah.
But it showed him like picture as that and like all different things, and it was also him in Arrows, like all different kinds of actor stuff that he's done.
Mm-hmm.
He posted pictures of it on there.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It'd be real cool if they came back, but then again, I get it if they don't. Ooh.
Yeah.
It says on here that it says 0.57 million viewers watched the first episode of this season.
Oh really? You want to know what it's on IMDb? The first episode of this season was rated like a 9.7.
It was a really good episode.
It was great.
Which MTV's doing pretty good. Oh, I guess we can also talk about now. There's that other new show on MTV. What's it called? Sweet
Vicious.
I was gonna call it Sweet Justice, but Sweet Vicious.
Mm-hmm.
Which it's actually it's actually a really really cool vigilante show. Which is because like
yeah,
they're
getting
we should tell you what it's about if you don't know. It's about this girl that got raped, but instead of like kind of like not whining, but kind of like being sad about it, she went and learned how to be a vigilante, and now she's taking down other rapists, like fucking hardcore too. Like they go beginning of the episode stabs the guy in the thigh,
which is what I really like,
and says like call the police and tell them you need a paramedic for your leg, and he's like what? And she stabs him in the leg and then jumps out the window,
which was so weird for me too, because he was in like stuff I watched when I was little.
Oh really?
Yeah, so it was like,
so they show that, and then there's this girl with the green hair, which again
her name's Ophelia.
Ophelia. They show her like she wakes up.
Guess what her name is in real life?
Ophelia.
Taylor.
Oh wow. Oh, that reminds me. Remind me of Taylor by the end of this, because that's something I want to tell you.
Okay.
But she is sleeping with this guy, and she gets up, and then there's this black guy. What's black character's name?
Wow, wasn't he on the front page? Oh, Harris.
Harris, he was in Disney too. He was in a lot of Disney stuff that we watched. But they're friends, so he walks in and sees her like that. But like the first thing she does is get up on the table with just a shirt on and underwear. And how big was the bong? Like 6 feet.
Yeah.
She does a 6-foot bong and does that. But then she ends up meeting with the vigilante girl. And like the girl says, "No, I don't want to hang out with you." So then she traces her phone, like puts hacking software on it, traces it, follows her to doing a vigilante crime. The vigilante gets knocked down, and she murders the guy that the girl was trying to take down. Which the vigilante doesn't kill people, which again is another thing like Batman.
Yeah. But I mean, he was gonna kill her too.
Yeah, the guy was gonna kill her. So it
was kind of a defense.
Ophelia, it's like hits the guy over the head with like a wrench or something, and like it kills him. So then the next episode, they're taking the body along, like they're gonna go bury it. Which they put the guy's body in their trunk in the end of this episode. Go to a bar. When they walk out the bar, their car's gone because the guy what's it called when your car gets taken because you parked got towed. Wow, couldn't think of that. But their car got towed because she parked in no parking zone. Like it's fun, like it's got really good funny moments too, because like they show all the signs of no parking.
Yeah, like at the end of the first episode, it had me giggling. So I was like, okay, sold.
One thing that I like about it, this is what I like about like Arrow and like all the shows like that, is like it could be super funny, but it also can go right into the series. Like it can go from being funny to like in Flash, funny to Zoom putting his fist through Barry's dad, and you're like, oh shit. Like, it's got, like, really good serious moments like that. Mm-hmm. And also, like you said, when you sold it to me, the soundtrack is really good for the show.
Yeah, I was like, it was a
lot better in the pilot, because they probably, like, put more money into the pilot.
Yeah, I feel like they did, but...
But it's a really fun show.
Yeah, like, even, like, at the end when they're going after the guy in the third episode, because the first 3 episodes are already on the MTV app. Yeah,
which sucks. If you watch the first 3, you gotta wait till they start getting the fourth one on TV. But... She was telling me that we're gonna do the first 5 for the mid-season, and then gonna do the last 5. So it's only a 10-episode show.
Yeah, it's only 10 episodes.
Which I bet if it does good, it'll get more. But I kind of like shorter seasons.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think MTV has to test the waters a bit. Yeah. Because they have not been doing great right now. Because like Teen Wolf is gonna end.
Teen Wolf is like their only good.
Is their main show.
Teen Wolf and Catfish are their only good shows on MTV.
And like their main shows, and then so.
Which I guess that
Faking It got canceled. Awkward
didn't Awkward
got canceled.
Didn't that get canceled like twice?
It got canceled, and then I think they did it last season.
And it was like a time jump,
like,
didn't it?
Ended, yeah. It ended. I'm pretty sure it ended up getting canceled, but it could have just been the finale. Either way, it was not doing good.
Really?
And stuff like
but
that.
This show, I can see it doing well on MTV, especially for like the MTV audience. This seems like way up their alley, especially with like a lot of like superhero shows and movies are getting popular now. This is like a cool spin on that.
The trailers got me because it was like
I didn't even see a trailer for the show until we started watching Teen Wolf.
Me and Mama watched The Real World, which is obviously doing good in its own, but like they don't have a lot of scripted
That's been MTV's thing
TV
since
shows.
like the beginning of MTV.
Yeah, I mean MTV's not doing great with their scripted shows. Is kind of the point.
Sucks,
but
it seems a lot of their good scripted shows, like not a lot of people watching, they get canceled. Then people like after the fact, like it wasn't Zach the Bo Burnham show Zach Stone, that was on MTV, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Like Zach Stone's gonna be famous. People loved that after the fact because Bo Burnham got famous like a little bit after that because his like his stand-ups are catching along.
Love him.
Like if that was on now, I feel like that'd be a huge show.
Yeah.
What was the show? The guy with the huge dick.
Wow. I had it in my head. RJ
Berger.
Yeah.
That show was real good. Like people loved it the first season, then no one really watched the second season, and then afterwards it got canceled. People complained, but it's because they weren't watching it.
It is on the app, and I started watching it, and it's real dirty.
Yeah, it's
like
a very dirty show.
So dirty. I don't know if I could watch it now, but I loved it then.
Yeah, that was like one of our favorite shows then.
Yeah.
But like I feel like a lot of MTV stuff gets better after the fact because people don't catch on to it till later.
I mean, like, even the thing with like Awkward and Faking It, they were both good too, but like for Awkward they stretched out too long, and like their problem is sometimes they like recycle things and they just do it over and over, and then you're just like, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Like the whole show, like of Awkward, she's dating this guy Maddie. She breaks up with Maddie. They get back together. They break up. Like that's how it is constantly. I don't know if she ended with it.
When it ends.
I don't know how it ended. I didn't even watch the last season. No.
Wow.
I might watch the last episode, but I was like I get it. Like I'm so done with you liking him.
What show were you more done with, that or Pretty Little Liars?
That.
Really?
Yeah,
because you hate Pretty Little Liars.
Well, I don't hate. Like I love the characters in Pretty Little Liars. It's just the stories are like, okay, come on.
Which I did say this in one of our previous podcasts that I would watch the newest season of that with you because you said it's the last one.
Oh really?
I said I'd watch it. And then
I forgot. So now you're watching it.
Because then we could talk about it on here. I said.
Yeah. Okay. I'm down.
But we just have to remember to watch it.
I'm not caught up right now, but the new season hasn't started. It's not on Netflix, is why I'm not.
Oh. Will it be soon, you think? When does it start? Do you know?
I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure this season ended and they were doing the last season.
I just saw today that Better Call Saul is going to start in spring of 2017, which usually it starts in February, so it's going to start a little later this year.
That's
But
weird.
they released a couple pictures, and there's one of him like in his little bakery that he's in. Like, you know, they show like the life after Breaking Bad stuff.
Oh.
There's a picture of him there. And then there's a picture of him, like, putting more tinfoil around his brother's room.
Really?
Which, oh, my God, I hate his brother on that show.
Jeez.
Like, do you like that character?
I don't know.
Like, the guy that always has to have the tinfoil around him?
Oh, no, I don't like him.
Yeah.
He bothered me. Because he's, not only is he helpless, but he's douchey.
Yeah. Like, and I know he's not around when Breaking Bad comes, so, like, can they just kill him off already? Because he's either going to get killed off or he's going to move away or...
I don't...
What?
Yeah, he's...
And I kind of wish that they would just kind of get to him being called Saul already.
Yeah.
That's something... This show's very... I like it, but it's very slow.
See, the episode that I liked the most was, like, when they were getting the money and everything.
Oh, yeah.
From that one family.
Well, I liked that one, and I also liked the episode the first time he meets Tuco. And, like, he gets kind of kidnapped by him a little bit, and he gets brought out to the desert. Because that felt very Breaking Bad-ish. I mean, the show is a lot different than Breaking Bad, but, like, I like those moments like that feel more like Breaking Bad to me, because that's why I wanted to watch it. I want to watch another Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
But...
It hasn't quite.
Because, they keep saying that, like, bro, pretty soon Walt and Jesse might show up, so hopefully season 3 is... Because they're very secretive about, like, how they film it.
Yeah.
So hopefully this coming up... Because, like... Obviously, Walt and Jesse can't be together right now because he's Jimmy. But it'd be cool if like he ran into Jesse and like he didn't know that it was Jesse at the time. You know what I mean?
I have some news to break.
What?
The last season is already on TV.
It is?
I guess they're just in their mid-season finale.
So we have some catching up to do?
Yes, and I don't even know if it's on Netflix, homie.
Well, we can maybe get it on demand.
That's true, homie.
Or
it might be on Hulu.
Is it on Freeform?
Yes.
It's so weird that they like all of a sudden named their thing Freeform.
I know.
Oh, which are you gonna watch? Because I believe it'll be on Freeform, or it could just be on ABC, but I think it'll be on Freeform. Do you see trailers for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. on Freeform? Is that like what that's on now?
I have no idea. I've never seen
I'd have to look it up. But do you remember a while ago there was like news that the Inhumans movie got canceled? Like Marvel just took it off their list. It was going to come out in 2020, but they just took it off their list.
No, I didn't know about that.
Inhumans is basically like it's another version of X-Men.
Oh.
But because they don't have the rights to X-Men, they're going to do that. But now they're going to do that as a TV show. But the first 2 episodes, because they're from the whole show in IMAX, the first 2 episodes are going to be in theaters. And then after that, you can go watch the show.
Oh.
But it's still, because the guy, I believe the main guy's name is Black Bolt.
Mm-hmm.
That was going to be Vin Diesel. But there's talks now, like, is Vin Diesel still going to do it because it's a TV?
Yeah.
Or not? I mean, because it is still Marvel, and he is Groot, so, like, they could kind of intertwine that, and it'll be in theaters, so, like, you know what I mean? Like, they can maybe get him into doing it. Like, maybe he'll just do the first 2 episodes. Because that would get me to watch one of Marvel's shows, and, like, because I only really watch their Netflix ones.
Mm-hmm.
It'd get me to watch it if Vin Diesel was the main guy in it.
I doubt it.
I doubt he will, too. But you never know, cause like.
Well, cause I mean he has the Fast and Furious movies too.
Yeah, but he is Groot in Marvel, and he was already contracted to play the guy.
Yeah, but I mean once it goes to TV, it's kind of different.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Divergent movies.
Yeah,
like,
they went to TV and like. I don't know if they're gonna be able to have those people.
See, I think the people might, because they're contracted to finish it, they might have to.
Well,
but then
I feel
again,
like the
TV,
contract
so
gets a little breached when it switches to TV.
Yeah. I don't know. It'd be interesting if Vin Diesel does it, and I'm still kind of interested in seeing the show because that's like different, like a TV show to premiere in theaters and then go to that. But I don't know because
it seems kind of weird to premiere.
If it's anything like their Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show, I probably won't watch it because I don't like that show.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, if it was like that, but Vin Diesel was the main guy, I might give it a chance.
Yeah, I get you.
So like when you mentioned Taylor before. So earlier today, I was reading the all-new Wolverine comic because I finished I got caught up with Old Man Logan, so I was reading hers now.
Mm-hmm.
And after I finished a chapter, it shows like these are your writers or whatever. And one of the writers, I forgot the full name, but it was Taylor something, and they're from Prescott, Arizona.
Oh.
Or maybe Scottsdale, Arizona. Mm-hmm. One of those places. But he was born in Phoenix, Arizona, and it was like talking about him all that. I was like, oh, that's cool.
Oh.
The writer of the comic is from Phoenix, Arizona, and like it was saying all this stuff, and I was like, oh, that's really cool. Like
that is cool.
I thought that was I usually I just skip past that, but as I slid over, I saw Arizona, and I was like, oh, like so then I started reading about the guy.
I always like that when you figure out like famous people and stuff.
Yeah, like they're from here, like
Arizona.
Like you were looking at like what people went to like ASU and stuff like that.
Yeah.
On Scream Queens just came back finally.
Yes.
I feel like that's been gone for like 2 months.
It's probably been gone for a month. 4 weeks, right?
Probably, yeah.
I think it was gone.
I mean, it was gone the whole time the World Series shit was going on and all that crap.
Yeah.
But that's probably another like one of my favorite shows too, which is funny because it's made by the one of the American Horror people.
Yeah.
But I mean, not much happened in the episode. Like their typical like little funny stuff.
Yeah.
But the main thing at the end, Taylor Lautner was revealed as the chick from the beginning's son.
Yeah. So.
But the thing I thought about is, remember he was talking to the Chanel that wears Chanel like number 5 or 3? 3 when they wears the headphones.
I believe it's 3.
But he told her he's dead, and they did all that shit about him being dead and all that.
Oh, I completely forgot about that.
So was he lying to her? Because I believed it because the show's weird.
You believed he was dead?
Well,
I just thought he was stupid.
I don't know, like because the shows like they had Colton Haynes as like a wolf guy, so I just thought something like that.
That's true.
I thought either he was stupid or he was dead. I thought it was one or the other.
Oh, I just thought he was stupid, but he could be.
But like, what's going on with that? If he's the
I don't know. Maybe he could have been getting like her trust or something, but I don't know if he's the killer either.
Well, that's
and
what
if
I was
he's the
gonna
killer,
say. I was
he
gonna say, do you
has to
think
have
he's
like
the
a
killer,
partner.
or do you think he's just a weirdo that lives with his mom and like maybe his mom's the killer and he doesn't know?
Maybe it's probably something like
or
that.
You know what it could be? It could be both of them. Like we're gonna think it's him, but then we're gonna see the killer like be there when he's there.
Yeah.
But then it could be his mom dressed up in as the time.
The only thing I've been thinking about too is that like we don't know if it's multiple killers this time because it's not like the crazy deaths like that anymore. Like it's like literally when people get separated from the group, they get killed.
Yeah, and it's also not really like people we kind of care about, other than Denise Hempfield's getting killed.
Yeah,
even though they put her in that chamber, so she'll probably come back.
What about Chad Radwell?
He's dead for good.
No,
but they did bring him back as a ghost, so maybe he can come back more.
I don't want him back as a ghost. I
hey,
want him back forever.
Think about this: if I forgot his name. What's Taylor Lautner? If Taylor Lautner is dead, and he's walking around and shit, maybe Chad can come back as a ghost. Because if they do season 3, they have to bring him back somehow, don't you think?
I don't know. Well, because like
they could do like a seance or something and put him back in his body.
Maybe. I'd hope so. I don't know. The show's so weird, but it's only been on for a season, so we don't really know the extent of what they can do. Oh, but he's in post-production he's post-production for one movie, completed for another movie, and pre-production for another.
So he's probably not in the rest of the season. But
that's what I was thinking too. Is like he might be doing movies, and I was like, "No, you." Because
wasn't he in like Everybody Wants or something like that?
Everybody Wants some.
Forgot the
Everybody
last part.
Wants.
Everybody Wants, and then it's just like, what do they want? I mean, he was one of like, the best people on the show, like at least the funniest.
Yeah, the first season, I thought I wasn't gonna like him because he's like a jock person.
But he was
literally the person that had me dying the most.
Yeah. And like when he was back on the season, like almost everything he said made you laugh.
Yeah, I know. He like his humor gets me, like his characters, which I mean, all of them are funny. There's nobody that's like not funny, but he was the funniest to me.
Yeah, I hope that like because it'd be funny if like say next season like he just haunts the Chanels or something.
Yeah.
Because they can make that real funny if he's like a ghost. Because like they could be doing something, he can just come through the wall and like say some shit or whatever. Or like because they're still filming it now, and so if he's done with all those, he can come back like in the end of the season as a ghost or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll have to
It'd be interesting. Like, the thing is too is like we don't really know. I don't know. I want to see how the show goes in the future too, because they aren't killing the main people at this point. Like, well, they kind of kill the main people. They don't kill the main people. So I don't know.
Do you think it'll get a season 3? Or do you think they'll just end it at 2?
I think it'll have probably good enough ratings to get a season 3, but I don't know if their plan is a season 3.
Yeah.
I would love a season 3.
I would like it if it was like kind of like American Horror where they change the location every time, but instead of changing the actors, like they're changing their characters, they play the same characters every time.
Yeah. I mean, because the show is so outrageous that it can do all of it.
And their bad guy could just be like a killer, but in a different color every single season. That could be cool. But I don't think it should go past like 4 or 5 seasons.
Yeah, once it hits an extent, it's going to be a bit extreme.
Yeah.
But unless then again, it's also not serious.
Unless they do change the cast. Yeah. Unless like most of the people are different by that point, then it won't matter. But it'll.
Yeah.
It just kind of depends on like because the more they go, the more different rules they can add or change and stuff like that.
Which I mean, it's more comedy than it is anything else.
Yeah.
So it really.
It's kind of what I wish Scream was going to be, is like comedy, but then people dying.
Yeah, because I mean, it's not going to be the real Scream. It doesn't have that capability. So comedy would be its best.
I saw a picture of it. I got so excited, but then so let down like within 2 seconds.
What?
It was a picture of like. Okay, I think of the guy's name. The guy who played Shaggy but was in Scream. It was him, and it was like a couple other people from Scream. But it was just like what they're doing now. But it had that, and then it had Scream, but it was also talking about the Scream TV show. It was just comparing it. But I was like, oh, are they gonna have him and all them be? And I was like, oh no, never mind. Fuck you. And I clicked off of it.
That's funny.
Like, because if they just added like him and like a few other people on it and like connected it to the movies, that'd have been so cool.
See, I don't really care about the connection either. It's just like I don't even know what's wrong with it so much. It's just like it's just wrong in a way.
Yeah, I can't pinpoint anything in particular that's bad. Well, I don't know. Like it's just not. I guess the main thing is it's not entertaining. Really.
Yeah. Which I mean, this
And I think
this last like
it's not entertaining, and the
episode.
characters aren't that likable.
Yeah, I think that's the problem, is that the characters aren't really.
So like
that
if they die,
likable.
you're just like okay.
Well, 'cause like, I don't know.
And
Like the nerd guy, he's likable, but he's not as likable as he could be. Same
Yeah.
with the main actress. Like this last episode that she was
But
in,
I feel like
liked her more.
I
but
feel like it's always because they're always like depressed, and like
yeah, I think that might be
a
good part of it, is that they're never like
nothing ever good happens to them,
Well,
or
they're
nothing
not-
ever funny happens in the show for
they're
it
not
to.
like that like strong. Like there's nobody that's like super strong about it either.
Yeah.
Like Emma's starting to be, but not really. Like
Yeah.
she got like the
It'll be-
tattoo, and I thought that
I'm
was interesting,
I'm
and she
hoping-
threw that guy off the thing.
I'm hoping it'll be better because like season 3 will be all new writers
Yeah.
and a whole new showrunner, so maybe they could do something interesting with that.
I mean, I'll continue to watch it, even though
Yeah.
it's bad. There's
Well,
so many
'cause
shows
like,
that I
like
watch
I've said this
that are-
before, that like even if a show's terrible, but if I've started it, I don't want to quit a show.
Yeah.
Like I'm still fucking watching Degrassi, but oh my god, speaking of bad shows.
Watching it, you watched the finale and didn't watch the rest.
Well,
of
we
it.
watched a majority. Like the first night it came out on Netflix, we watched the episode with the old people. We watched like 3 episodes of it with old people, and then you watched it. I watched it with you when Victoria was over. We watched like the 2-part finale or whatever.
Yeah. Well, I think we only watched like maybe 4 episodes.
Yeah, but we did watch all of the first season. No,
We watched all of the first season, but that show is not the best. I'll probably watch the first episode and the finale of all the seasons, and that's
So
it.
I guess that's not speaking of not giving up. I did kind of give up on Orange Is the New Black, but me and you do. We watched.
We keep some interest.
we
'cause
watched-
there's some
yeah.
good parts
We
about all
watched
these
like
shows.
to keep the show good. We watched the first 2 and like the last 2, and then that's how we watched the season really.
Yeah.
Because we get like the majority of the story, and we're like, okay, we don't need that middle shit
we're
really.
like, we're done. Which I do like doing, because I still have curiosity about where they're going.
It is interesting because we watched those like in the day, and then I was like, oh, did you see Orange Is the New Black? And like we'll say like, yeah, we saw how it ended, blah blah blah. And like, what about this in the middle? And you're like, oh, that just sounds interesting, but it's probably just better that you told me what happened instead of watching it. 'Cause
Yeah.
it probably wouldn't have been as interesting to me watching it than how it was when you told me.
Mhm.
But I want to move on. There is a comic I want to tell you about if my page will load. Okay. So Superman Rebirth 11 came out today. It's called they have a new series they're doing called In the Name of the Father, and it's because Superman and Batman are trying to teach Damian and John, aka Superboy, like teamwork, trying to teach them that was a mouthful to say. Trying to teach them to team up and work together because they keep fighting and shit. Like at the end of the last episode, like they're like at each other's necks trying to fight.
Oh.
Or I said episode, I meant issue.
I know what you mean.
But so this one, it starts out they're on the snowy cliff and they're climbing up. They took their outfits away from them.
Mhm.
I know this is a little bit of a spoiler because I had just bought the Robin Son of Batman book.
Mhm.
And now you find out this girl is Robin's sister. Which I knew that from the previous issue, but like, 'cause it's funny because I read that in like Superman 10, I believe it was, that they revealed that on there.
Mhm.
But then as I'm reading Robin, you keep seeing her in the background, and I was like, isn't that his sister? But then like, and they interacted, it didn't seem like it, and I was like, oh, I know that because I've read ahead of different books. But
That's
so
funny.
they ended up having to fight her, and like Superman and Batman set up all these like they're fake stages for them to fight and like learn
Mhm.
how to fight together. But they keep like one person will take down something, the other person will. So Robin ends up taking down his sister. He just takes his outfit and leaves. So then she's talking to Superboy. But it's funny because like Robin gets his outfit, he puts his R back on and all this shit. And then because I showed you pictures of the Superboy,
Mhm.
like he's got like that zipper jacket. He just gets his zipper back and puts his zipper back on there.
Oh my god.
Like that's his thing. But so then they leave there, and then Robin has this giant. Everybody calls it a man bat. It looks like a giant red bat. But its name's Goliath. So they end up having to fight that. They end up stopping it in a train, and they're like, "Oh, we're just gonna take this train to the plane, and we're gonna go home. Like whatever. Their parents put us out here, but we're not gonna like do what they want us to do." But as they go, like they finally take down the Goliath, and he goes into the train because there's like a ton of fish inside. So he's eating the fish.
Mhm.
And then they realize that the train's going to stop at the tracks and they crash. So they're trying to get it out. So then Superboy calls his dog, Crypto, and he comes and saves them, gets them away. And they're like, Superman, like, Batman was calling for Superman. He's like, they're going to die. Basically, because they're not listening. The train's going to crash. So Superman was about to go, but then he called the dog, and the dog saved him.
Mhm.
So then they finally leave, and like they think like their tests are over, and they make it back to the house, and like, they see like all these chemicals spilled on the floor, and
Mhm.
Superboy's like, "Well, your dad keeps like DNA of all the supervillains. Like it's like Joker's DNA and Mr. Freeze's DNA and all this shit. And Batman spilled them on purpose so they would like it smushes together in this goo. So it's like it's this giant rainbow goo and it has like Joker's head on it and Mr. Freeze's head on it and like all these different villains. And they have Batman and Superman stuck together, and that teaches them because they think it's a real stake now. They think their parents are gonna die, so they go and fight and like they save Superman, they save Batman and all shit. And it was really just a test. But then like at the end, like Batman and Superman are having dinner and like they're driving their truck away and all this stuff. And like I really like how they're doing these comics because like I've told you this previously, like nothing really superhero-y happens in them. But it reminds me of what I really like about the CW shows, like the superhero moments that are cool, but it's the character moments that like you really stick around for.
Yeah.
So it's that's what I really like about those so far because like
that is cool.
I really hope that they kind of do a spin-off series of Superboy and Robin or Damian. Because I really like them because like they can teamwork now, but like they still argue. Like at the end of the episode, Superboy was gonna cut Robin's throat with this giant saw. They were just totally fighting, and like Superman and Batman looked at each other and rolled their eyes or whatever. But like it's a really fun, like that's what I look forward the most to reading right now in DC. Which is funny because like previously I didn't really like Superman that much, but then up until like probably like a month or two ago, I just read all of the Superman Rebirth, and now I like really like Superman.
Yeah, like, I mean that's cool.
Oh, there's one thing I'm been a little confused about, which maybe if someone's listening to this, they can clarify this for me. There's another series called Trinity, and it's Wonder Woman, Batman, and Superman. And like the first issue is just them hanging out on Superman's farm and they were talking and shit. But then the second one, they somehow get sent back in time and they're hanging out with like Superman young and all this stuff. But this Superman is from a different Earth because the original Superman died, but they didn't clarify that. So like if they're on Earth 1 right now and they traveled back in time, it'd be the dead Superman that was there. But they were acting like it was him and all this stuff. So as I was like, is this the original Superman? They're not saying anything, but he has his son John and he's still married to Lois Lane. Like they haven't really clarified that.
Yeah.
So it's a little, but I was like, oh, whatever, I'll just like go with it. Because it'd be kind of like on Flash if they do something, but like that doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, and you're just like, whatever.
But like, so I really like that too, because that again, like nothing really bad has happened, like superhero-y. Except at the end of the second one, you realize they weren't really time traveling. Poison Ivy and this other person I can't remember were doing like mind control shit to them and have them all locked up, so they think they're time traveling, but they're really just still in Superman's barn.
So
what?
So if they didn't time travel, would that mean that the Superman was just kind of made up?
I don't know, cause like it's in their head, but like you think in his head, then he would clarify that like we time traveled, but we also went to a different Earth. Cause you think that'd be a bigger deal?
Yeah.
But I don't know, because like in this one that came out yesterday, I believe it's yesterday, Batman saw his parents die. Like he's up on the rooftop watching and he sees his parents get shot and all this stuff. And like he's watching himself grow up and all this stuff, which I found really interesting. Guess who his, like Alfred made him go to therapy. Guess who his therapist is?
Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha, I guess that.
Like I saw the girl and I was like, oh, that'd be real funny. Like imagine if they did a movie and like Harley Quinn was Batman's therapist, and like it was like because that would make it interesting him growing up and make the origin story different for people.
Yeah.
Unless that's already happened, I just haven't read that previous to this. But like, I read that, I was like, oh, that's real interesting that like Harley Quinn, because like you think as a villain that would make her ahead of him because she's like, I know what makes you tick because I was your therapist.
Yeah.
And like
true.
she's partners with the Joker, so like I found that really interesting. So I wonder like if that's just what his fears or whatever. But like so I think maybe Wonder Woman's gonna be next because so far they traveled back to Superman and then this issue they did Batman. So I'm assuming Wonder Woman's next.
Yeah, probably.
Cause it's cool, cause it's kind of like a Justice League comic except it's just those three. I wish I'd maybe add Flash in there, but you know whatever I can do without my boy.
You're a dork.
So out of the first 4 Harry Potters, what one's your favorite? The one where he turned into a chipmunk, apparently.
Or a rat. There's plenty of those.
Yeah, that's true.
I really like the second one.
Really?
A lot.
Any particular reason, or you just like it?
I like the car scene and the silly stuff like that.
I do really like that. Wait, isn't that the third one? No. Yeah? No.
No.
What isn't? Yeah, because the third one is when they get
no.
They get Sirius Black, and they rip him out with the car. No, they don't.
No,
they
the
time
third
travel
one's
up there.
when he runs away.
That's true.
I know.
I think my favorite is the third one because I really like the one with Sirius Black and like the time travel and all that shit in it.
That was interesting. I gotta say, there's no bad ones.
Yeah, it's true. So that's what I find interesting is that like, so there's 8 movies, I guess technically, because the last one's 2 parts. And as far as I know, no one hates any of the movies, and like we watched the first 4.
Yeah.
I mean, now we thought we haven't seen like most of them.
Yeah, but we've seen
all
of them.
We've seen at least the first 4. I don't think I've seen 5 and up. I know I went and saw one of them. I mean, we'll probably put it on like, oh, I remember this part.
That's what you said about 4.
But I know I went and saw the beginning of one with CJ. Because like I wanted to see a different movie, but he wanted to see Harry Potter. But then as it started, I don't know why he ended up wanting to leave. So I saw like the first 10 minutes of the movie.
Really?
I don't remember which one it is.
Waste of money.
Yeah, I know. Well, actually, I think he bought the ticket, so I think that's why I didn't really care.
Oh.
But I don't believe I've seen above 5. Is it the second one, the first time he gets that map, or is that the third one? It's kind of hard to put them together since we just watched them all in order.
We watched like them. 4 of them in 4 days. So.
Yeah. Whichever one he gets the map, and I believe that's 2, but I could be completely wrong on that.
I believe it's 2. Also.
Where's the page at? Oh, here it is. You see the dude's name from Fantastic Beasts and where to find them. Like you see that, and you see like steps walking away, and they all disappear. Like it's like very brief. I saw like a little GIF of it, but so like that connects a little bit, and that was way before they even were gonna make this movie too.
Yeah.
Which, do you know if Fantastic Beasts is going to be multiple movies, or is it just 1?
I'm not sure.
Because I thought I saw it was going to be like 3, but I could have completely pulled that out of my ass.
I have heard that they want to remake Harry Potter's.
Really?
Yeah, with new people. You haven't heard that?
No, who'd they recast?
I don't think they've cast anybody.
Imagine this.
It might just be a...
Imagine, okay, so it's Harry Potter, and Seth Rogen plays Harry Potter.
Oh,
and, like,
my God.
James Franco's Ron. Who would they cast as Hermione? Who would be like a funny person like that? They could cast
I don't even know.
What's her name? The girl that was in the movie with Ezra Miller.
Oh, Amy Schumer.
Amy Schumer. Imagine Amy Schumer is
That'd be
Hermione.
interesting.
So do you have a favorite character in Harry Potter?
I mean Harry.
Yeah.
Obviously.
But like, do you have a least favorite character?
Looking at Ratman kind of gets me mad.
Yeah, I don't know. See, you had a good question. Did he become a rat because he looked like a rat, or did being a rat make him look like a rat?
Yeah, that's my serious thought process.
Here, I actually want to look up that guy like in real life. I want to see if he looks like a rat in person, because that dude you just see him and you think kind of like that dude in that Harry Potter, kind of like that dude in that Doctor Who episode. With the not you my mummy? Hello sister of mine. That guy totally fucking looks like a bunny. So let me see.
I mean, I don't mean to be mean to the guy. It's just
I'm going to
the way he looks.
Timothy Spall. I mean, he still kind of does look a little ratty. But I think it also helps in the movie. He's got like sharp fingers and shit.
Yeah, he does have those like nails.
But yeah, I would agree with you that he's the only like person in the movies that like there's people look at a lot of things. Like just looking at them ticks me off.
Really?
Like I don't know why. Like the way people look and like this.
It's just kind of like his attitude and stuff.
This is gonna sound very very dickish, but if I watch a TV show and every single person in it like either looks annoying or like ugly or I don't know. I just. It's the way that people look at them, or even if say they're ugly, but if they're like funny or whatever. Like if they all just have like bad traits, I can't watch the show.
Yeah, like if the characters are annoying.
Basically,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, cause like he's like, all like ratty and stuff, and then he's evil and.
Yeah, and like he's helping.
Which I mean, I'm not supposed to.
He's helping out Voldemort
and
all that shit.
He's whiny and stuff, and he's like just like doing stuff out of fear. So that's why it's.
It's crazy how like the first 2 movies they look so young.
Yeah.
And then right after that, like, they age so fucking...
they do, and I was talking about it.
It's just a year, but, like, they age so much.
But, like, what's funny to me is, like, okay, so the main guy in How to Get Away with Murder...
Yeah.
I just had him on here, so whatever. But, he doesn't age, and the rest of them are, like, aging, like, a lot.
Every movie, he looks exactly the same, basically.
Yeah, like, he just looks like this, like, little kid in the background. But, like, the rest of them are, like, adults at, like, this point, it looks like.
Oh, wow. I'm looking at Goofs on IMDb.
Mm-hmm.
And the one that I was looking at just disappeared. But it says in the scene where Harry Potter grabs his broom, you can actually see the strings holding up the broom before he grabs it, apparently.
Oh.
Which, I mean,
Yikes.
makes sense. That one came out in, like, 2001, I think.
Oh.
But I want to look at the trivia. Me and Taylor love doing that. Like, we'll watch a movie, and, like, the first thing we'll do while watching the movie is look up all the trivia on IMDb. Which I figured, I was listening to some podcast. It might have been a video on SourceFed or something.
Mm-hmm.
But they were talking about that, and, like, it was Sam and it was someone else, and they were like, oh, yeah, they love doing that. But the other girl's like, oh, my God, I hate people that do that.
Really?
She was like, that just bugs me so much. She's like, I just want to watch the movie, and then that's it. She's like, I don't need to know, like, oh, when they were filming, they did this. Or when they were filming, they were going to do that. And I was like,
really like those, like, details.
See, I love looking up stuff like that, but then what also is always in the back of my head is I wish I could see every possible outcome for the movie, like every different versions like that.
I'm not that extreme.
I mean,
although sometimes if I don't like an ending or something like that, I'll just, like, think of a new one, and then in my head, that'll be it.
You know what's really weird? This is a little bit off topic.
What?
So recently, because I've been reading the Wolverine comics, like the Old Man Logan and stuff like that. So I watched the Wolverine movie because I've never seen it, and I want to see Logan when it comes out.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end, so he's getting onto a plane and he talks to this girl, what's funny is the girl in the movie. She was, I forgot her name. The girl in Suicide Squad that has the swords that takes people's soul and shit.
Yeah.
That character was on Arrow, and the girl that played her on Arrow was in the Wolverine movie, and her husband from Arrow was on the Wolverine movie too.
Oh, really?
But her and Wolverine are on a plane, and like they're talking, they're doing this whole spiel about like then she's like, oh, we're gonna be partners and saying all this shit, which obviously doesn't happen now to the next movie.
Yeah.
And this was like some type of flashback, but I don't know. But they're doing this whole spiel, they're talking. It's like a 5-minute scene, and then it goes to credits. And then there's an alternate ending where they do the same ending, except she hands Wolverine a box, and he opens up the box at the end, and it's his original Wolverine costume. But it's funny that they filmed 2 endings, but one with the box. Like, you think they would just cut out the part where he opened the box, but it's like word for word the same thing until he goes, what's in the box? And she goes, don't you just look and find out?
Really?
Like, that's the only difference.
Yeah, you'd think
and
he
just opens it, you see it for like 2 seconds. It's the yellow Wolverine, like typical Wolverine outfit.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's it.
That's weird.
Like, it's so weird that they filmed that twice. Like, they wasted the money doing all that. Like, they could have just shot it once. And even, like, I bet they could have digitally took away the box if they wanted to.
Yeah, something. That's weird.
But I was
seems
like,
pointless.
I was like, that's a really weird alternate. I mean, it's cool that they showed the outfit. And then also I was thinking, why show that outfit there and then cut it out of the movie? Like, they took the time making the outfit. They did all the shit. So, oh, that'll be the ending of the movie. He'll get his outfit, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
Nah. We'll cut it out and just throw that on the DVD.
Yeah. I mean,
like,
maybe they had different plans for the...
Maybe, yeah. But I thought that was so weird that they did that.
That is weird.
Because, like, I was like, oh, it's alternate ending. Like, I wonder, like, if they're going to... He has the outfit, and then, like, what else will happen?
Mm-hmm.
Just the same scene.
That's weird.
All right.
Oh, that was gross.
So there was one little fun trivia. The first Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, which we talked about this. This is so stupid. It's actually called Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone.
Yeah.
Which, when I was making the thumbnail for this, one of them I had, like, the different posters for the movie. I had Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone on there. Which you can Google it and look it up. Like, there's a poster for it. That's what it's called.
Mm-hmm. I've seen it.
That's what it's called, like, in the UK and everywhere else. But they changed it to Sorcerer's Stone because they didn't think Americans would know what a Philosopher's Stone is. Yeah. So they wanted people to realize that it's a magic stone. So, like, oh, sorcerers, those are magic people. They'll get that.
Like... What's weird to me about that is, like, okay, just teach us what it means then.
Yeah,
I never knew what a muggle was.
Yeah, it says in the movie. I'm sure it says in the book what the because even like you just mentioning it, like I'm sure Harry Potter doesn't know until you tell him what it is.
Yeah.
Like it makes sense for them because the people that make movies, they want everybody to know what it is, but like.
I mean, you're not gonna not go see a movie because
the title like that.
Yeah, you're confused about the title like that, especially if you see the trailer.
Yeah, you see the trailer. You're like, oh, okay, he's a Harry Potter. There's this guy that tried to kill him. He's going after him. He's got a special stone.
Yeah,
like
it's weird. Like, I don't know why they chose to do that. Oh, that's funny. It says when Draco Malfoy says, "I didn't know you could read," to Harry, looking like Goyle with polyjuice potion, it was actually improvised because Tom Felton forgot his line.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's actually pretty funny.
Yeah, because it totally
smooth for like a kid to think of.
Yeah, it totally seems like a dick move that character would do.
Yeah, he would totally do.
So I have a list of 35 things that you might not know about Harry Potter, but I'm just trying to find some good ones on here. Oh wow, the Dementors are based on Rowling's struggle with depression after her mother's death. That's kind of so. Rowling's mother, who had holy shit, this is gonna be hard. Multiple scoliosis, died in 1990, after which Rowling suffered a period of depression. She would use this experience to characterize the Harry Potter's Dementors, creepy creatures that feed on human emotion. It's so difficult to describe depression to someone who's never been through it, because it's not sadness, Rowling told Oprah Winfrey. I know sadness. Sadness is to cry, to feel, but that cold absence of feeling really that really hollowed out feeling, that's what the Dementors are. That's kind of like real sad,
yeah,
but like it is interesting to like what goes through people's heads when they're creating characters like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, she created Quidditch after a fight with her boyfriend. That's interesting. Let me read the description of this.
That's weird.
You want to create a game like Quidditch. What you have to do is an enormous argument with your boyfriend, Rowling said in 2003. You walk out of the house, you sit down in a pub, and you invent Quidditch. I don't really know what the connection is between the row and the Quidditch. I don't know what the row is, except that Quidditch is quite violent game and maybe the deepest, darkest soul. Oh, it might be my deepest, darkest soul. I would quite like to see him hit by a bulger. Wow.
Whoa. Jesus.
It's a little deep.
Has a little bit of anger.
Have you seen SourceFed's videos where I think it was Maud? Maud pretends to be J.K. Rowling, as like she does videos as that, and then they've also done one where she does that, and then Steve comes on as George R. R. Martin, which is the guy who wrote Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah.
And sometimes they have like fights back and forth,
That's
like
funny.
whose book is better and stuff like that. Which is like she surprisingly does the voice like really well. Like
really?
so like they both play the characters off really well, but it's a really funny video.
That
If I
is
can
funny.
find it, I will link it down below, but we will see. Holy shit. I'll try to put post a link to the site too. There's a picture on here. She's got a whole like piece of paper with lines and dates and all this shit of plotted out the outlines for the book. So like so she didn't get confused on what was happening. So she'd be like, this happened in this timeline, this happened this, so like she wouldn't mess things up and have like continuity errors.
Jeez.
That's
intense.
I feel like most people don't do that. They just kind of like overlook it if there's continuity errors. But like, it's a pretty impressive looking piece of paper she's got there. Oh, that's kind of sad. Arthur Weasley was supposed to die. Apparently, that's Ron's dad.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently she was just gonna kill him off, which is one thing.
Do we know he doesn't die?
I mean, yeah, because it says right here. Yeah, because it was in the one that we just watched. He was supposed to die. Everyone. Let me see. The battle between good and evil epic would not make it. Not everyone would make it through. Let me get to the part where it says he would die, because I don't care about the little. Instead of Lupin, a character she had no intention of killing when she began the books, and Tonks died during the final battle of Hogwarts, I wanted there to be an echo of what happened to Harry. Just show the absolute evil of what Voldemort is doing, she said. I think one of the most devastating things about war is children left behind. As happened in the first war when Harry's left behind, I wanted to see another child left behind, and I made it a very poignant. It's hard because she talks in her language, so it's hard to get some of the words. Very poignant that it was Lupin and Tonks' newborn son. I don't know who Lupin and Tonks are, so their kids get left behind instead of him. So that might be a future movie that we haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
So if we see a kid named Lupin and Tonks, we know that their parents
it might be
probably
better
died.
if we knew the names of people in these movies.
That's true. We just started watching these.
Yeah.
So it's hard to know their names in it. Oh my god, this would have been fucking crazy.
What?
Haley Joel Osment could have played Harry Potter. Can you imagine how different like they would be with him? Because like he wouldn't be British.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he would have to be British.
Oh,
Everybody else is British.
I guess that's true. He would have to have a little bit of a British accent.
They would have made him, I think.
But like that, looking at Harry in this picture they have, I can kind of see him looking like that.
Really?
But like that'd be weird.
That is weird. Well, I feel like Daniel Radcliffe really looks like the guy in the books, like on the covers and stuff.
Yeah, totally.
Looks exactly like him.
Like you would think that like they made these, which they kind of did towards the end, but you think that they make him at the same time.
Yeah,
but
I mean, like the first
like
one,
it
like
looks
even, like the
it looks
him.
exactly like him.
Yeah, like they did amazing with that.
I never really made fun of Harry Potter, but I never realized like, oh, I want to watch Harry Potter. But like we've been watching so many Daniel Radcliffe movies.
I know. I'm starting to really like
we watched Horns. I love Horns. That's one of my favorite movies. we watched Swiss Army Man, which he is amazing in Swiss Army Man.
Mm-hmm.
And I really want to see that new one he's in, where he's like his head shaved. Isn't he like a Nazi or whatever?
He pretends to be part of a racist group. I don't know which one.
It's like it's either like the KKK or Nazis or something, or like neo-Nazis.
I don't think it's Nazis, but it might be neo-Nazis.
It's something like that, but like it looks so interesting. I really want to see it. Like he's probably one of my favorite actors right now. That like serious movie wise.
Mm-hmm. He's really good.
And like it's weird watching him as a kid, because like you kind of see him grow up as an actor. But you know what I have noticed he does a lot in Harry Potter?
What?
When they're having like serious moments, they cut to Harry, and it almost looks like he's about to laugh.
Yeah.
Like he has a little look on his face.
What's funny is that you say that, because I've been thinking that too.
Like,
but I was like, I don't know if I'm just like making that up.
No, it looks like something serious happens, and like it looks like they had to like do something to get a reaction out of him. But his reaction was to laugh instead of like freak out. But I mean, I'm not saying that's bad acting, but that's just what I've noticed about
Yeah, which is so funny, because when he laughs and stuff too, he like doesn't hold it back at all, like know? So it's like really funny. Well, like I mean, like even like in the scenes where he's supposed to, it's just like all out there, so it makes it more enjoyable.
I like to. You said this when we were watching movies, that like it took 4 movies for him and Ron to have an argument too. Yeah,
which is really interesting, because normally in stuff they resort to that like right away to be the drama.
Which could also be because this was like a technically kind of a British film. Yeah. So maybe they don't.
Well, I mean, yeah. But the movie we were talking about was Imperium.
Imperium, yeah. What did you call it? Like we were looking for the other night in Redbox. Imperium or no? It was something.
It's something like crazy.
Yeah, and like
but it just sounded like a sophisticated word.
We looked it up in like 2 different Redboxes, and I was like, it's not in there. What the fuck? And then I looked it up on my phone. I was like, Taylor, it's Imperium. We were looking for the complete wrong movie.
So he joins a white supremacy group. I don't know if it even tells you which one.
So that it, yeah.
Oh, and Now You See Me Too.
Oh, yeah, I forgot he was in that. He's like a dick in that.
Yeah, but he's also really funny, too, which is interesting. Yeah. And then I wanted to see the Frankenstein movie he was in, but I never got a chance.
So are you interested in reading the books now that we started watching the movies?
Actually, I did think about that I might like reading them.
You know what's funny? I looked it up to see if there's any Harry Potter comics, because I was like, oh, that would be interesting, like there's one in between movies. Mm-hmm. But I didn't find them. But I actually do kind of want to read the books now, especially that, like, there's a new one, which I don't think it's not like an official book. It's basically the play printed in a book form. Mm-hmm. But it's still, like, the 8th book or whatever. But I do kind of want to read them now.
I would totally read them.
And especially because I think the books are also written like the movie is, where, like, they mature as the books go. Yeah, probably. Which is funny, because I said that, too, because I said I feel like that's how these movies will be. Mm-hmm. And then you can, like, totally tell, like,
this last one, definitely.
The last one, like, they zoom in on girls' asses and, like, they don't curse, but, like, they basically say something like that. Yeah. Like, Ron's like, piss off, Harry. Yeah. But I don't know. I never thought that I would be, like, a Harry Potter fan. I thought, like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Just because I never gave them a try. But they actually are really, really fun movies. Yeah. And, like,
that's what I like.
It's weird, too, like, how many movies there are, and not one of them has been bad yet. Yeah. Which, like, Hunger Games, like,
which Hunger Games kind of disappoints me, but
Maze Runner, even like you said, the second one wasn't as good. Like
and even in like Twilight, there's ones people hate.
Star Wars, like the prequels of that suck dick. Like there's a lot of way to put it lightly, I know. Yeah. But like there's a lot of movies that like aren't that great.
Yeah, it's
really
hard
when they get more of them going.
Yeah, like a series like that.
Like Now You See Me 3 now will probably suck. No, I'm just kidding. No, that'll probably Now You See Me is actually, like, I kind of wanted to see that when that was coming out, like, the first couple, or the first one, and then the second one. But then I never did. And then you made me watch them when we were watching Mima's house.
Yeah, well, because
they're really, really good.
It's such a weird moment. Like, I went with my friends, and we just wanted to see, like, hang out and see a movie together. So we just randomly picked that one, because all the rest of them were, like, kid movies in there. And then, like, I was, like, totally in it, because I saw it was the second one. I was like, these are so cool scenes. I love all these magic.
Yeah, like the scenes where they actually do magic is really good how they film it too. Yeah, like, and also like their twists, like you don't see those coming at the end.
Yeah, and I was like, because I was expecting to just talk.
Spoilers for the end of the second movie right now. They get thrown out of an airplane, and I was like, okay, like what the fuck are they gonna do? They got thrown out of an airplane, and then they're in a soundstage, and it never even really happened. Like they just got thrown out to a mat.
It's like really good.
It's crazy how it's also like, how do they think of doing that?
Yeah, I don't know. The writers are real good.
So you brought this up earlier. I was gonna read her interview thing that J.K. Rowling said that she acknowledged that Hermione and Harry could have worked.
The way you said Hermione.
Hermione. Hermione. I don't know why title of Harry Potter gives me an accent
I know,
sometimes.
you really do get it.
I'm like that girl from Scream Queens. I just get a new accent
you just
when I
start
talk.
getting it.
But like that is the only thing really that bugs me in these movies, is that like it totally seems like, and it might just be because the actors like chemistry, but
I don't even think so.
Harry and Hermione have like so much more chemistry than fucking Ron.
Well, okay, but like if you watch too, Hermione and Harry Potter are always touching.
Yeah.
Like when they're
at the end of the third one, like you're like, oh Ron, you can't walk. We're just gonna go time travel and save the day.
Yeah, and like when that tree was getting him and everything, they're like holding on to each other.
And there's a couple times when she grabs him and like hugs him and puts her like.
Yeah, when
like a coupley way.
I forget what scene it is, but she sees both of them at the same time, and she runs and hugs Harry. And then, like, at the dance, it's Harry watching her gorgeously go down the stairs and stuff. And I was like, this is, like, a total romantic part. Like,
see, that would have been one interesting thing, is if they did it in the movies, but then in the books, her and Ron.
Yeah.
But, like, as far as I know, there isn't much difference between the books and the movies.
Yeah, as far
which
as
is
I
also
know.
interesting for this type of series. All right, I'm going to read this.
Yeah.
This may or may not be the interview she did saying it. I believe this is the one for her saying, yeah, it says, Rowling acknowledged that Harry and Hermione could have been a good pairing. Okay, so it says, interview with Emma Watson. Wow, that was already hard for me to say. For Wonderland magazine in 2014, Rowling said that I wrote the Hermione/Ron relationship as a form of a wish fulfillment, saying that they ended up together for a reason, that they have very little to do with the literature and far more to do with clinging to the plot as I first imagined it. Which it kind of just seems like she, so far, just like, I made them together.
Yeah.
The attraction itself is plausible, but the combination side of it, I'm not sure you could have gotten over that in an adult relationship. There was too much fundamental incompatibility.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I know what you mean.
It just seems like she's kind of just like, yeah, they could have worked, but I wanted her and Ron to be together just because she wanted it. She, like...
Yeah, which, I mean, is totally possible for the two supporting, like, friends to get together. But it's just, like, the way that they're written is, like, it doesn't seem like they really click. Or even,
which I wonder if reading the books would make us think differently. Because in the books, we don't see the way they look at each other. We just envision it in our heads.
Yeah.
So, like, the way they write that might be different.
Maybe eventually in the movies, it'll be, like, it'll show, like, signs of them with stuff. But, like... these past movies, and even when I was little, I thought it was supposed to be Hermione and Harry.
But also that's because like the only thing we knew about it was the movies. Yeah,
but like I don't understand why they would do it too, where they have them touching so much.
Yeah,
and then like
because didn't they ended the books after the movies? Mm-hmm. Like as the movies were, I think they did the last couple books as the movies are coming out. So I wonder if in the beginning she even said to the filmmakers, like, hey, they're going to be together. It seemed like that's what they started making it that way. Mm-hmm. But then her books came out and it was different, so then they had to do it. Like, I wonder if it was something like that. Because I don't know, it just seems like they'd totally lead us on for them to be together.
I know, and then, like, I mean, there's so many different things where it could have worked out if they just added, like, little things here and there. Like, with, like, that part where she's going to hold Ron's hand. And then, like, they both, like, go, ah.
Yeah, or
like that. Or it could have been things like that.
Even the dance part where she said, you should have asked me sooner and not chickened out because then I went with that guy.
Yeah, if they just added, like, little things to those parts, I could totally see them together. Or, like, Harry Potter and Jeannie, whatever, when they say that basically she has a crush on him. Like, even if they talked a little more or something, like, I could see these things.
Which, I mean,
but
it is only the first 4 movies, but then again, there is only 4 movies left.
Yeah, we're halfway through.
Yeah, which I'm very, like, I really want to watch them.
But yeah, and I also think there's there's quite some time, I believe, but I could be wrong.
Like, between the movies?
Well, like, in the story, but I could be wrong. I think the last one's a little further.
Oh, I think the last one does jump a little bit.
But I don't know
for
sure.
I wonder if IMDb, are you looking at IMDb to see?
I am on IMDb. I could look.
Read the I mean, that might be a little spoilery, but, like, not like we don't know what really happens, you know? Mm-hmm. It might say, like, some time jump or whatever.
So the Deathly Hallows, right?
Yeah, I'd do part 1.
It just says, as Harry races against time and evil to destroy the Horcruxes?
Horcrux?
I have no idea.
I believe it's Horcrux.
That. He uncovers the existence of 3 most powerful objects in the wizarding world, the Deathly Hallows.
Yeah, that doesn't really say. I guess I could just Google is there a time jump in Harry Potter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, the first is on Google. I ordered all of them. Is Harry Potter gay? Which is interesting that they knew I was going to type Harry Potter. Is Harry Potter real? Who's Googling is Harry Potter real?
I don't know.
Like, are these movies based on a true story? Is there really a wizard school?
Is that real?
Like, wow. And then I put, is there? And is there school tomorrow? That sounds like something you would do is Google it and like, oh, well, Google told me there's no school tomorrow, so I'm just not going to show up.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, if you said that to our parents, it'd probably work.
True.
So yeah, but I couldn't find anything if there was a time jump at all. Is there anything else that you want to say about Harry Squatter?
I like it.
I like it a lot. Are you going to get a Harry Potter tattoo now so you can match Macy and Pete Davidson?
Yep.
Did Pete Davidson like in the movies make you want to watch it?
Yes, that's exactly why I'm watching all of these.
Yeah, me too. No, not really. But it's funny though, because like most people that watch Harry Potter, or that have, probably like read the book and then watched the movie, or watched the movies first and then they became Daniel Radcliffe fans.
Mm-hmm.
But we watched like every other movie Daniel Radcliffe has done.
Yeah.
And then thought, oh well, maybe we should give Harry Potter a try.
Yeah.
We like him. I bet we'd like that.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of like me. Like I watched Flash a lot. I liked Captain Cold in it, and I was like, oh, why do you like this guy? I bet you I'd like Prison Break too, because I like him in Heatwave.
That's
And
funny.
I loved it. But it's really weird doing it like the reverse way.
Does it help that Draco's in Flash now?
It actually does help that Draco's in Flash, which is funny because like he kind of plays a similar character, and it's funny too because like
Yeah.
if he is alchemy in Flash, then he has the Philosopher's Stone, which means he has the Sorcerer's Stone, which is like
Oh my god.
it makes me wonder if they did the casting on purposely just for that.
Maybe.
Because I mean they could have like, you know what I mean?
What's funny to me is in Flash he's like highly attractive, right? But then with his hair like that in Harry Potter, it's so
like
weird.
the first 3 movies, he's got like it slicked back
It's,
and
like,
just looks
so
it's
tight
like
on
so
his head.
dumb. And then finally the 4th one, it's like
It got a little loose.
he like just doesn't put gel in it anymore, I guess. But you're like,
Yeah.
finally, for
Although,
fuck's
which
sake,
is
he doesn't
funny,
have it slicked back.
When his hair looks okay, Harry's is a little crazy.
Harry's look like he always he got bedhead every single day. He just never brushes his hair.
It was like so long at that point.
Yeah.
I mean, I know he cuts it or something for the next one, but I was like,
it's crazy to me too that like I didn't realize how recent the Harry Potter movies ended. Like it just ended in 2011.
yeah.
Like that's weird. I just felt my beer tear into the mic. I felt it. I might hear it. Do you hear that?
That's gross. I don't like that.
That's so disgusting sounding. But it just ended in 2011. Like I always thought they ended like 2009 or 10 or something like that. But it was just a couple of years ago. That like.
It's kind of funny that you say 10 because that's just 1 year.
Well, but it's 2011 is just 1 year difference does seem.
Honestly, I thought they ended sooner.
Like more recently?
Yeah.
Like last year or something?
Yeah, because I feel like I see the trailers like all the time.
You still watch them? Like, hey, you know,
like,
you're going on
which
YouTube
is
and looking it up.
really weird because I remember seeing the trailer when Hermione punches Draco in the face. Like I remember that trailer.
Oh yeah.
And I remember being like, oh.
It was funny watching the movies because like as stuff was happening, I'm like, oh, dude, this is gonna happen now. And then you're like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah. And then it happened. Like every single movie.
Yeah.
And at the end of every movie, we were like, okay, I think this is the last one we saw. Let me watch the next one. No, never mind. We saw this one.
Yeah.
Nope. Never. I don't think that's gonna happen this next time through because I swear I haven't seen 5.
I am not sure.
Because I know the girl that's in it that's in Fight Club. I know I haven't seen her in Harry Potter. I mean, actually, five could have been the one that I saw with CJ and that we left because he wanted to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, if you think about it, that's the time period that I was in, like, middle school hanging out with him. Mm-hmm. So, like, because it couldn't have been, if they ended in 2011, it couldn't have been one of the later ones than that, you know?
Yeah.
I think
the next one is Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, right?
Yeah, Order of Phoenix, I believe. I'm like 90% sure it's that one.
That sounds a little familiar to me, but I'm not sure.
The name's, yeah.
Well, because I'm just thinking of like the bird, but I don't know.
I got one thing I want to rant about real quick.
Oh, okay.
Our bathtub.
Oh, the monster?
There is a fucking monster in our bathtub. There is this thing every day, which it comes in my room too, which it's probably a mouse. I don't know.
Probably.
But all of a sudden we'll be chilling, watching TV or something. You hear like weird noises, or like it sounds like someone's dropping pebbles in the fucking bathtub. Like, and like you hear a pebble drop, and then you walk in there because you hear a pebble drop in your bathtub, and nothing's there. And you go back and watch TV, and then you hear sounds like someone drops 16 pebbles in the bathtub.
I know, it gets really loud. I'll get ready and I'll check the bathtub 5 times because I'm like, I know you're not in there, but I gotta be sure.
But it's your instincts to look. But then so sometimes I go in there and pee because it's the bathroom. You pee in it sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
And it sounded like the guy was moving a fucking boulder under the bathtub. Like he's rearranging his house down there.
Yeah, he's loud.
And then, this is the worst part. Which now I got you paranoid. You're looking around my room for a mouse.
I feel like I actually hear him.
I think I heard him in the wall. Which it makes it sound like we live in an abandoned shaft or something.
We're
but I was sleeping in my bed as someone does. And all of a sudden me and Taylor just did an unboxing right before this.
Mm-hmm.
Not right before this. That'd be weird before I go to bed. We did it earlier in the day. And I went to bed, and I didn't know that there was a pop figure box under my bed because she left her trash under my bed. And I'm sleeping, and all of a sudden I hear a box getting pushed under my bed, and I thought it was my bunny got out of her cage, which my bunny's dead now. But I thought it was that, and I looked under the bed, and I was like, I jumped up, and I turned on the light, and then I looked under my bed, and there was nothing there, but the box looked like it was just getting moved around, and I was like, that's weird. So then right when I go over to turn off the light, I hear sounds like a fucking the Kool-Aid Man's in the wall climbing around and they're going back to the bathtub.
Jeez.
And then I was like, oh, cool, that's cool. I'm supposed to go to bed after that?
Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to sleep. I'd have thought it was going to crawl on me or
but
something.
yes, the boogeyman is in our bathtub is basically what I'm getting at.
Pretty much.
It's so weird. Part of me doesn't think it's a mouse because it's been going on for 2 months.
Well, I'm just confused because it does sound so big.
Yeah, it's either a mouse or a fucking gopher.
I was thinking a possum or something.
I think you can.
Oh my god, I
think you can hear it
moving
on the podcast.
Right
Maybe
now.
I'll turn up the audio and see if you can hear it. Oh, it's not doing anything. I swear, I just heard it in my headphones. It's he knows we're talking about it. He said, come up hey guys, get up here on the podcast.
I swear to God, if a mouse or something runs out, I'm
gonna scream. I might piss myself because I've had to pee ever since we oh my goodness.
It kind of sounds like it's in the corner of your room.
No, don't say that.
I'm not even kidding.
All right. So I believe what is your schedule next week? You have a couple days off school, right?
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
And you work Saturday. So maybe we'll try to do this again.
No, I work Friday.
We're recording this on Friday, so it'll probably come out Saturday morning.
Oh my God. It is in your room.
It's in the fucking walls. He knows we're talking about him. I'm trying to end this podcast, right? Can you wait 5 seconds? Taylor's putting her feet up.
I believe he's in your room.
No, I think he's in the wall right now. He's a creep.
I think he's behind your thing, but what else?
Oh my God. Okay, well, we'll look. If he is, we'll turn back on this recorder and update you. But as I was saying, maybe we'll try to do this again next Friday, and then I'll upload it next Saturday for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll talk about the last 4 Harry Potter movies. But then also, if we see Fantastic Beasts that weekend, we'll probably record something for right after we see that. So maybe next week you'll have 2 podcasts. If not, the following week after the next Harry Potter one, you guys will have a podcast about Fantastic Beasts and where to find them. We kind of want, because my sister's going to go see it our sister, not just my sister, is going to go see it this weekend. And she invited us, but we want to see the Harry Potters first, and then we kind of just want to go see it together, and we're going to go see it. So you'll have that coming soon. I do want to shout out that if you're interested in listening to people talk about Westworld, you should go check out the Plika podcast. We do weekly episodes on Westworld. There's only going to be 3 episodes left, I believe. Maybe 2. I'm pretty sure 3, though. And also, there wasn't a 4 for Mafia video this week at all because Willow's grounded because she's a big troublemaker. But there was a trailer that got uploaded onto 4 for Mafia, so I will link that below. But go check out the trailer for the channel. Thanks for listening to the I'm a Goldfish podcast. Taylor, say something nice to the folks.
Hi.
See you guys next time. I was going to try to end it on my laptop, but, stop button's not on there.